In 2008, my next guest became an internet sensation and Mad TV cast member thanks to her viral nail salon routine. Since then, she's appeared on shows like Superstore, Ugly Betty, as well as Curb Your Enthusiasm, and released 4 one-hour specials already. On August 20th, you can see her hosting the Art of Comedy special, which was shot at the Ha Festival in San Antonio. Please welcome Anjelah Johnson. Anjelah, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. That was a mouthful. Sorry to give you every credit possible.
All of it. You text me word by word once. How are you and your husband handling the quarantine, the whole lockdown?
You know, we're actually having a great time, which sometimes I try not to tell everybody how much fun we're having because I know there's a lot of hurt happening in the world. So I like to be like, oh, I hate it, but really, love it so much. I'm a homebody, love to be home, and we're getting creative. Like, we all have celebrated birthdays in quarantine so far. My husband's birthday is July, so we did Christmas in July because he loves Christmas. We decorated, we put the Christmas tree out, all the decorations everywhere, and we did Christmas in July for like a good 3 weeks, almost the whole month.
I feel like you can almost get away with it in the lockdown. We're at a point where every day feels the same. I couldn't tell you what the date is today. I feel like if I just saw Christmas decorations, I'd be like, well, I guess it's Christmas now. Yeah. They're probably right.
They're probably right. Dang it.
Yeah.
I missed that too. Shoot.
That's why they're drinking in the middle of the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers. I'm drinking the Ginger Max. What do you got over there?
Cheers.
Like
samesies. In the same cup.
Look at this.
Yes.
I watched it last night, the Art of Comedy, which is a cool way to set up comedy.
Oh, thanks for watching it.
Yeah, and you're the host of it, and I don't know, maybe you could tell me, maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like you were having a lot of fun. What was your favorite part about shooting the special?
My favorite part about shooting this special with other comics is that there was other comics there, because I'm used to being on the road by myself. It's me, my opener, my road manager, and that's it. And then we're on the road. And then when we come home, most comics will like go hit up the Comedy Store, the Improv, Laugh Factory, whatever. A lot of times I just want to be home because, like I said, I'm a homebody. I like that part. Yeah. So I'll do like dinner with my friends or just stay home and watch Law & Order SVU in my own bed or my own couch and then pack and get back on the road again. So a lot of times I'm just with 3 people, my road manager and my opener, and that's it. Yeah. So one of my favorite parts was the camaraderie with the other comics and being backstage and then hanging out after, having drinks after, and like that whole thing. That was probably my favorite part, was hanging out with everybody.
I know what you mean, because when you get to your success level, you almost get a little isolated from when you start, when you're in the clubs with everyone every night, or you're just grinding out trying to get sets anywhere. When you get to your level, it's like, well, now you're just on the road. And it's fun, you're in front of all those people, but then the show's over, you have really no one to decompress with and talk. And comics talk a way that is, I don't know, you can't be that mean to any other people like you can be mean to comics. They have a special way. It's a nice language.
Yeah, we have a special way.
This special was a debut for one of my friends, Pedro Salinas, who I started out doing open mics with.
No way. How cool.
Yeah, just like the worst rooms. We performed in a room that was a juice bar, and the blender would start immediately. Which is very exciting. It was cool to see him get his first TV set.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first set? Because it's a different experience than just doing a club.
My first TV set was Premium Blend on Comedy Central years ago. And it was a bunch of comics, and then they would have like a headliner hosting it. Jeff Dunham was my host.
The puppet guy, yeah.
Yes. And then on my episode was also a comic. She ended up falling off. You may not have heard of her, Amy Schumer. I don't know.
Amy
she didn't really do much after that.
Does she run a crawfish room in deep San Diego?
She used to. Yeah, she used to do that. I think she worked at Massage Envy now. I don't know.
Yeah, that's huge. Whatever. That's a huge first taping.
Yeah, and I was joking saying like our careers went at different paces, but you know what? It's fine. We're all doing our own journey here. Okay.
Well, one thing that stood out to me that I really appreciated is you're hosting this thing. Not only did you get everyone's name right, it's crucial, But you give really nice intros to everyone. We almost feel like you know the comic before they get up. So you don't have to do that extra step of digging yourself out and be like, here's who I am. That I really appreciated the intros you gave. So thank you for doing that. And also, I'm sure you've gotten bad intros in your career.
I mean, the worst intros. I've witnessed people get some real bad ones where it's like super cringeworthy.
Yeah.
One time I was at the Improv and, it's one of those nights where just whoever goes up and somebody's hosting it. And the guy that was going up next, I forget who it was, but he was pretty famous, like more famous for acting than stand-up, I remember. But it's like you've seen him in like so many different movies type of guy. And whoever was hosting forgot his name. So he does that whole thing where he goes, this next comic, he needs no introduction. I mean, you've seen him everywhere. He doesn't even need an introduction. Just come on out here. Yeah. And then it's like, all of us are like, oh, he totally forgot his name.
Clearly vamping. This person, what a human being. What a guy that's not just a guy, he's also, a girl in a way. Everyone is everyone. And what is the universe even? Like, oh, it's not going to come to you. Yeah. Yeah. Also, that type of intro, like you don't need an intro, like it better be the biggest person in the world.
Sure. If you don't say he doesn't need an intro, please welcome Dave Chappelle, then it's like, oh, you forgot his bio then.
Right.
The worst for me is corporate gigs.
Okay. Why?
This is why. Because here you are sitting in this like conference room of what tech company, blah, 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 right? And so they're not used to introducing entertainers. That's not what they do. They just have like, Susan from HR who's going to read your bio, and we're like at the club, we know like the last thing you hear is the comic's name and then they come up, right? And usually at a corporate gig, it's something like, and this performer, we're happy to bring up Anjelah Johnson. And then I start walking out and they go, she has been, and then they name everything I've ever done from the Snickers commercial when I was 23 to like what I did yesterday. And then after like a good 10-minute intro, then they're like, come on out.
So you're at this point already on the stage. You're like, well, I heard my name and that's when we know to go up. And then you have to hear whatever Wikipedia thing they downloaded.
Sure.
I remember I got brought up once for like, and from the it was like my name first, and I'm already on stage, just like hunched over in the dark. And then it was like from the controversial Burger King commercial. Here he is. It's like, okay, well, I didn't like do anything with the burgers. It was like a different reason.
I was like, there's a controversial Burger King commercial? Wait a minute.
I guess it set off everyone's like home assistant, Alexa or Siri or something, and it made sense.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, it was like on purpose. And then for some reason that made it into the stage intro, and it's a college campus, so like, wait, controversy? What did he do?
Yeah. Who'd he sleep with?
What did he do? He slept with one of the burgers, which I wouldn't put it past men.
Yeah.
In this special, The Art of Comedy, some of the comics perform on a riverboat, which is kind of pitches us like hell gig because it's like outdoor, on a boat, it's tourists. But I don't know, the longer I don't perform on stage, it was weird watching it because I'm like, I think I'd do that gig now. That was a cool call out in this special. Anyone who doesn't know, Eva Longoria makes an appearance in the special to introduce.
It was cool to be a part of something with her like this, and honestly to acknowledge like our culture, you know what I mean, like to acknowledge that there are funny Latino people, funny, like we're really talented, and let's highlight some of us. Like that was an honor to do, because a lot of time, I mean, like we're making fun, like diversity matters though, and so that's why I was really super honored to be a part of this special and hosting it, because I want to see our stories told, and, like we deserve that. They're great stories.
Yeah, it's a really cool way that HBO Max framed it, in that it's the art of comedy, and it's not billed as these shows where you get to feature these people that just have interesting points of views, and kind of the fact that they're Latin or Spanish has really nothing to do with just that they're good at stand-up. Because a lot of times when you first start your career, it's like, well, we need a separate night for all the Latin people. It's Spicy Saturdays.
Oh, I did Refried Fridays for many years.
Nothing feels better than getting a check that says Refried Fridays on it. just from my name alone, it doesn't seem like just a bland white guy name. I would get put on Chocolate Sundays.
Really?
Urban show. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 2 of them. Name alone.
I think I did it like once or twice, Chocolate Sundays.
Anjelah, this was so much fun talking to you. Thank you so much for doing the show.
You're so funny, and it's really special that I got to be on this with you. So thank you for having me.
Art of Comedy is the special. Cheers.
Cheers.